Hi everybody, I am here to teach you Adobe Premiere Rush. Now, you may be thinking, Rush? I thought we were doing Premiere Pro. And if you recall, I did actually say the last day that we met that we would be working with Premiere Pro after spring break. However, after spending a little bit of time with the program and kind of recalling how deep and dense um, that program is, I thought that, actually it's probably not the best choice for the time that we have remaining this semester. And in fact, it's a really professional level program, and since none of you have really expressed that much interest in video editing per se, I thought let's play with Premiere Rush. Rush is a newer program, and it's actually a much more flexible program because it will connect with your phone, with your tablet, with your laptop, with a desktop device. So it just makes it much easier to take something that you've recorded off of your phone and immediately start playing with it. It's also super intuitive, and I've found that if you play with it once, you come back to it, all of the buttons and doodads and gadgets just make a lot more sense. It's really not like teaching you Illustrator a couple of years ago and you trying to come back to it and feeling like you don't remember exactly how to use some of the tools and functions. Rush feels much more like an application that was developed for a phone. Again, most of those are super intuitive and you just play with it and you kind of figure things out. This program also comes with a really handy tutorial. And so when you open the program for the first time, it should look like this. And you'll actually get previews of all of these videos. My internet today is running really, really slow because I'm doing something on another device, but we'll be able to see these in a moment, okay? But if for any reason this tour is not popping up for you, or maybe you've already played with this once before, if you want to open it up again, you can come up to your Help menu and select Start Tour Again, okay? But for this first video, I'm just going to run through the tour with you, okay? And you'll see it has name your project. All right, I'm going to call this teaching. Hit next. It's going to ask you to select some media. And I've played with this media before, so I have a sense of what these look like. So I'm going to go ahead and choose boat view, water aerial, and you also see that it's actually giving me a little preview when I hover. But again, you would normally be able to see all of these previews. My internet in my house right now is just being taxed. It's being overused with a lot of devices today. Okay, and after I've selected 3 of them, it says add media to sequence. So I'll just go ahead and hit the create button. And this normally happens really quickly, preparing media. Again, even with my internet being a little bit slow right now, it's working quite quickly. Okay, and you'll see that it's pulled those 3 pieces of media and synced them up, and it's giving me the opportunity to hit play so I can see what it all looks like together. Okay, it's going to run about 20 seconds, and you don't really need to see all of this, so I'll pause it. And then it's going to walk you through how to split a clip. Okay, and that's just cutting a longer clip into smaller pieces. And so in this instance, I'm going to grab the playhead, which is this blue line, and I'm just going to place it in the middle. And if I want to cut this longer clip into 2 pieces, all I need to do is click on my scissors. And now you'll see that this is lighting up orange. If I were to click on this one, it would light up orange again, indicating that these are 2 separate pieces. And now it's just telling me to rearrange them. So I'll click and hold, drag this clip to the end and drop it. It's going to walk you through how to trim a clip, and that's just taking something again that is running long and shortening it. And if I come over and just hover, you'll see that your cursor changes. And so I'll just click and hold and shorten that clip up. Okay. And then it's going to walk you through some of the panels that you have over here on the right side. So these are panels that you can use to edit the clips that you have. And the first one it's going to introduce you to is your color icon. And I'll click on that. And I just want to make sure that I'm actually sitting on top of the clip, okay, because this is the one that I have active. And as I click through, and actually I need to click it to make it active. And as I click through now, you'll see the color change. Okay, and you'll get a sense of what you like. It defaults to none, and none is just the way that video was imported in, the way it was recorded on whatever device that you used. But again, you can take that to something that looks more like film quality, to something black and white. You'll see this SL Night, which is what I used on the video that I recorded of myself introducing you to the rest of the semester. And so click around, find something, go ahead and hit next. And then it gives you the option to add a transition, okay? And so I'll need to click on the transition button, and it's going to not give me much of an option here. It wants me to choose cross dissolve, okay? And if you didn't see it, in between this clip and this clip, this little visual was applied on top, and it also applied it to the end, so you can see it in both places, all right? And so I can go ahead and hit play, and it's going to show that dissolve at the end. If I'd had the playhead situated over here, it would actually run from this clip into this clip, and it would dissolve from this one into this one, okay? Now it's telling me to move my playhead to where I might want a title. And normally titles are at the beginning, so I'm just gonna, maybe I'll place it there so you see a little clip and then you see the title pop up. And to do that, it's actually in two places. You'll see that you have a title button here as well, but it's instructing me to click the plus button. And you'll see when you do that, you have multiple options. I could do a title, I could add more media like a photograph or another piece of video if I've forgotten to use one. And I can even do voiceover and talk over the video if I want to, okay? But I'm going to follow directions and choose title like it told me to. And then I'm going to choose a template. And again, you can click around and kind of just get a preview of what you like. Okay, I'm going to go kind of basic and probably just choose this one here in the center and then hit next. And I can edit my title by just double clicking on it. And I'm going to say escaping lockdown. All right, because these are beautiful views and my house does not look like this right now, okay? And I'll hit next, and I can hit play to see what that looks like, okay? Not so compelling. I mean, I was already on it, so I already had a preview of what that was gonna look like. And next, it's going to give me the opportunity to edit the title clip. This is my title clip, Escaping. And when I do so, you'll see that it's telling me to customize my title. And I can hit the Edit tab. Okay, and what you're going to see here is that I've got two tabs for, well, essentially I've got one tab for each of my words, so I have two tabs. And so I can edit those by going into one of them. And I can choose things like a different font, a different style, color, even character spacing if I feel like my characters are sitting too close together, baseline shift and whatnot. So just quickly, I will choose some silly kind of font. I will change my text color by double clicking it. And going back to color principles, since I'm sitting on blue, I'll go ahead and choose a complementary tone of orange. I can add a text outline. So maybe I'll go ahead and leave that set to white. Okay, and you'll see actually as I increase my text outline, it starts to all overlap. I'm just going to go with that. And I'll close escaping and open lockdown. And since I did not write down the hexadecimal code of this orange, I'll just wing it and choose something that I hope is similar. Okay, so that's good enough to me for right now, so I'll go ahead and hit next. Okay, and essentially I've done all the editing that this tutorial is going to take you through. So at this point it's giving you some instructions on how to share your project. Okay. Once I hit that, it's basically telling me that the tutorial is complete. But while we're on this screen, you'll see that yes, you can click on your file name to give it a name in terms of where it's going to be saved on your computer. And you can also click on Save To designate what folder you want it to go to. I also want you to note that you see the estimated file size. So for instance, if you try to send this to somebody and you get a message telling you that you can't send anything over 25 megabytes, then you'll know as you save this that, all right, this is getting a little bit large. Okay, we'll play with some of these other settings in the videos that will be upcoming. For this first one, I just wanted to run through some of the initial things that you're going to see when you first open the program. All right, I'll be back in a moment to dive deeper into Adobe Premiere Rush.